Hello, I'm Jonathan Ogle and welcome to Spectrum of the Arts. We're in downtown St. Petersburg, the heart of the arts community in the Tampa Bay area, with dozens of galleries, playhouses, and venues where you can find just about any kind of music. Probably the most famous is the Dali Museum, home to the biggest collection of surrealist art in North America from the master himself, Salvador Dali. They are hosting an incredible student exhibition, which we will visit later in the show. But first, we cross the bridge to Tampa to check out the biggest music education conference in the state of Florida, where we'll learn about the newest teaching trends for the performing arts and hear some of the best student performers. The clamor of young musicians fill the bustling streets of downtown Tampa, all heading to the convention center for the annual Florida Music Educators Association State Conference. And like most educational conferences, there's an endless array of seminars and presentations, all with a musical twist.
You can play melody guitar.
A lot of Pinellas County music teachers are here to help refine their craft.
Well, I think there's some fantastic exhibits upstairs. I look really forward to hearing from our master teacher, Alfred Watkins from Lassiter High School this afternoon. I just can't wait for some of the opportunities to learn from some master teachers.
This conference is an accolade of information for all aspects of music, you know, instrumental and choral music. I've been to workshops on conducting, I've been to workshops on presenting, I've been to workshops on reading music, and these are just some of the accolades that we do here. And we take these informational pieces back to our classroom.
Of course, the exhibit hall is another big element to the conference, especially for the students performing here, providing a great opportunity to demo any instrument you can imagine. Plus, walking down the college and university rows, it feels like a recruiting trip for the state's top musicians. Performance is what these students do, and everywhere you go in the convention center, you can find music. One of the main events of the weekend is the Florida Music Educators Association Hall of Fame induction. And this year's inductee is Pinellas County's Performing Arts Supervisor, Jeanne Reynolds.
Many of you know her. Many of you have seen her many times on this stage. She has moved many of our lives. I've heard, I can't tell you how many people I've heard say, when I grow up, I want to be just like Jeanne Reynolds. And at this time, we'd like to welcome her to the stage. It's Jeanne Reynolds.
She is an amazing woman and an amazing leader. She has worked tirelessly to advocate for music education, and not only individually, but sharing her talent with all of us so that we can all be outspoken spokespeople for music education in this state. She has led us, she has inspired us, and I know that she will continue to do so. So on behalf of the Florida Music Educators Association, it is my privilege to induct Jeanne Reynolds into the Hall of Fame as the 2014 recipient.
I am truly honored and a little overwhelmed to be by, and thank you to Mary Palmer and other Hall of Fame recipients. It's hard to believe you'd be in their company. So the way for me to make that most comfortable is to talk about family. And Kathy talked about my true north, and most of you know what it is. It was that my two girls, what I wanted for them, great public education with a wonderful arts education, is for all children in Florida. You know, I don't think there's any award that would mean more to me than to get something from this organization. It is my professional organization, and it's what I love to do. So it almost seems like, how do you get an award for the things you love to do? It's so special for me today to have Dr. Grego be in the audience. That meant a tremendous amount. And also my former executive director who flew in from Texas. That was just amazing.
Well, you know, Jeanne and I worked together during all my time with FMEA and FSMA. So I was with those organizations for 13 years, and Jeanne was a part of that at every single step. And she has been a constant go-to person for government relations, and has had a very clear vision of where the associations needed to go. And was very clear-eyed about what the steps were to get there. It's easy to say the things you want. It's harder to figure out what all the steps are to make it happen. And of course, she is one of the world's best at that task.
Anybody in here who has a spouse who is not a music educator? The Hall of Fame award goes to Richard Reynolds. Having a family at an award, it's really where it all starts. None of us would be the successful people we are without our families. And for me, it's always about trying to have great education that I would want for my own children. And then I just think about what my parents did for me, what my sister does for me, the support systems we all need to be successful. Like I said, you can't really put it into words. I guess that's why we have music. From Richard and I, we thank you so much. I am honored beyond belief. There is nothing in my life other than my family that would mean more to me than to receive this award. And you have inspired me to go out and be the best music educator I can. I'll keep on it. Thank you.
And Jeanne gets a front row seat for the centerpiece of today's activity, the All-State Elementary Chorus Concert.